Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about co-anglers and brush pile fishing. I live here at Grand Lake of the Cherokees here in Oklahoma. I've lived here or been on the lake for 30 plus years. And today I hope to give you some techniques on how you can be a little more successful on fishing brush piles. First, whenever you get with your boater and he pulls up offshore, you're going to realize you're going to be a little disoriented. You're out in the middle of nothing. You don't even have a clue what he's casting at. He's probably going to turn his rear units off. He's not doing that to keep you from casting in on him or seeing what he's fishing. He's doing it to conserve the battery on the boat. But what you can do, you can actually see where he's casting. Once you realize he's casting in the same spot, you can get maybe the corner of a boat dock lined up on a certain tree or a flagpole or something like that. You can get it lined up. So whenever you go to cast, whenever he's finished pretty much fishing the brush pile, you can actually see where he's throwing and you can make that cast to get into the brush and all. That's one of the easiest things to do. Remember, it is his brush pile, it's his spot. Let him fish it first before you start throwing in there. Lures you're going to need. This is what he's going to be throwing. This is not what you're going to be throwing. This is an old monster. This is June bug red flake. It's one of the main staples here, or a plum. That's the colors that they throw on the ribbon tails. The other one is a Magnum Zoom trick worm. I think, 8 to 10 inches. I don't know the length of it, but same colors, June bug red or plum. That's a mainstay around here. It's pretty much what everybody throws and all. What you will need to throw. Okay, I'm usually in, say, June all the way up to August. Everybody's fishing brush piles. They've come accustomed to seeing these bigger worms coming down into the brush pile and all. It'll get where they're just turned off. They won't bite them and all that. What I'm going to suggest to you, and this is what's helped me. This is it's a Zoom worm. I think it's called a U-tail. It's about a 7-inch worm. I have it paired up with this is a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight. I have it on a 2-aught. I think this is a Hayabusa hook. You can use the owner. I think they're all the same. This is the one time that I will throw an offset hook over an EWG because I feel it helps get down into the brush and doesn't get hung up as easy. This color here is June bug red, and I also have it in plum. This is a very, very helpful lure. The other one is it's also a Zoom Magnum trick worm, but it's the smaller version. This is like a 6-inch. It's in plum or June bug. You can also throw a Senko. A Senko works great too. It's just this is what I had laying here, but I have it paired up with a 3-aught offset hook, not an EWG, and I do have a 1/4 ounce sinker on there. Now, once we get later into the year, it seems like GRDA, it's our electric company here, they do majority of their generating at night. So they're turning on the turbines, and that's when all the current is actually flowing through the lake, is late night, early morning. But and whenever the current's running, you'll notice, if you, matter of fact, with live scope, you can actually see the fish. They get tight to the cover, and they're more, matter of fact, they'll actually get in the cover. That's when they're more likely to bite the best, is whenever they get in that position there. But as the morning goes along, they shut the current off. And once they shut the current off, you'll see the brush pile and you'll actually see the fish. They'll just be suspended above it. And if you take and throw one of these big worms, or actually one of these smaller worms with that heavy weight where it's just zipping down into that, 10 to 18 foot brush pile, the fish won't even look at it. They won't even mess with it. And several years ago, I was struggling with this, and one of the older gentlemen that fished in one of the clubs that we were there on Grand Lake, I kept telling him, man, I'm struggling. I can't get them to bite. I know they're there because I've been catching, several big bags out of it. And he said, what size of weight are you using? And I told him I was 1/4, 3/8, whatever it was at that particular time. And he told me, if you'll switch up and go down to an 1/8 ounce sinker, he said that has a different fall rate. It's not falling, it's not zipping past them. It's a different presentation to them. He said, you'll more likely catch those fish. So it was a 2-day tournament. The next day, me and my partner, we'd ran out. And so happened, we got, I took I think this is a Berkeley plum. You can use the old monster, but we put the 1/8 ounce tungsten on there. And we'd pull up the brush pile where the day before, they just would not commit. We put the 1/8 ounce on there, threw it out there. It takes a long time to get it down to that level, but it didn't even make it to the brush pile. And you could feel the tick reel down, set the hook. It was the difference between an 1/8 ounce and a 3/8. It was all the difference. And we ended up having a great stringer. I think we ended up cashing a check out of it. But if we'd capitalized on this day one, we possibly could have just won the tournament. Also with that, you notice that all mine, I peg all my sinkers. I know there's guys that do not like pegging, but I just feel that I just don't get hung up as much by pegging my sinker. Well, anyhow, guys, hopefully this helps. Like and subscribe. See you next time.